Asher is my first son. When he was about 3 years old, we noticed that he was starting to have some things that were different about him. He would only eat beans and peanut butter or almond butter, so no fruits or vegetables at all.
Like if I peeled a banana near him, it was like kryptonite. Oh, get me away from the banana.
He wouldn't eat pizza, he wouldn't eat chicken nuggets, he wouldn't eat macaroni and cheese. We had him tested and found out that he had sensory processing disorder. And along with that came his extreme sensitivity to foods. He enrolled in the farm study program at Yuba River Charter School, and I knew that he was getting exposure to different fruits and vegetables with the Harvest of the Month. A year later, we were at a birthday celebration at school, and his teacher, Mrs. Knoll, told us that someone had brought cucumber lemon water, and Asher loved it. And I was like, what? Like, I started making a list of foods that he would eat, and I had a list of about 20 fruits and vegetables that he was eating now that when he was 3 or 4 years old, he wouldn't have even tried. And so then we just started talking about how maybe the Sierra Harvest of the Month program had played an impact in that.
The Sierra Harvest program, to me, it seems like it really integrates not only the concept of trying new foods, it's about experiencing the food.
We take it and we smell it and feel it, and then we all take a bite of it at the same time and see what it tastes like. And we listen to the crunch of it and use all of our senses. We have to describe it with all our senses and stuff, and then we do taste last, and then we all have to try it at the same time, and usually it makes a very satisfying noise.
I found out that the way that they were exposing the children to new foods was the same way that occupational therapists were doing it. And they make it fun, and there's not this stress and pressure around being at the dinner table and being like, you have to eat your vegetables.
I like trying foods with my friends because it's funner to do, because I get to be with my friends and see if they liked it. And that just makes it better than just trying it all by myself.
I built the garden in the back 2 years ago.
I like the garden just because it's super fun to go in the garden and we get to grow stuff there.
He'll pluck it right off the plant and eat it right there. And he doesn't even want it to be cooked. He just loves to graze. And that's something when he was little I could never have imagined.
Asher's decreased sensitivity has had a huge impact on the family by decreasing our stress levels, having eating being a fun experience versus something he has to do for survival. It's made it a more joyful dinner experience for all of us.
My name is Brianna Eisenhut, and we're at Stone's Throw Farm. We started our farm here 4 years ago with a brand new baby with the intention of just living differently. We don't live in an agriculturally rich area, so there isn't a lot of skilled labor that is available to come and work seasonally. We needed to have an extra pair of hands. And we hoped that that would be a little bit of skilled labor, and that was a tall order. So we put out the word, and Molly Nakahara, who is Sierra Harvest, said, well, we have this hiring program. Why don't I see if from the current crew if there's someone who we could get to cover for you.
Someone actually here at Stone's Throw Farm was going on vacation. It kind of worked out perfectly that I stepped in. They just kind of got to meet me and see me out here in the field.
And he was great. He was energetic. He came in right away. He understood what it meant to be fast and to take directives and ask questions and get to it.
At the farm program, Sierra Harvest, we would actually go to the farm sites and learn directly from the farmers themselves.
And so the farm crew members go to all these workshops about harvesting, crop rotation, pest management. So through our employees, we're also learning these cool little things that they're picking up at the workshops. We just ended up last year with a really good impression of what Sierra Harvest puts into their farm crew. So going into hiring this year, we went exclusively through Sierra Harvest. We hired Connor through them. He's a farm crew member this year. And then we hired Don, who is a graduate of farm crew from last year.
Sierra Harvest just opened up just the whole world to me that I didn't even know existed. I think farming is super important to me just because it provides me an avenue to be a part of food production and kind of have a better understanding of what a good diet means.
Sierra Harvest for us has been an avenue to promoting ourselves, our story, our products. We have this collective of wonderfully skilled, knowledgeable people. All of this is so hard sometimes, and the gift of wiser, more experienced people surrounding you is magic. And that's Sierra Harvest for us.
When a farmer's picking, we're not clear picking everything. We only pick what's ripe. And a lot of it's left on the vine or left in the field. I think all farms can't sell everything they produce, and we like to give.
Today, we gleaned butternut squash. One squash can make a pot of soup for 4 people, easy. And that's a meal.
Sierra Harvest organized the volunteers to come out, and we cut and picked probably about 4,000 pounds of butternut squash, and that's going to Interfaith Ministries.
I was first introduced to the Sierra Harvest Gold Country Gleaning Program back in the summer of 2018 when Sierra Harvest staff contacted us to partner and sort of reinvigorate this great program. We are receiving this amazing locally grown produce from private property owners, even some of the small local farms. We have now taken to starting a great new program where we are offering samples and tastings of various items.
This month it was butternut squash, and we made a butternut squash soup to go along with that.
It smells amazing in here from the soup, and to see the look on the clients' faces when they get to taste something and then have that option to say yes or no if they're going to take butternut squash that day.
People and a lot of our families here at Interfaith are wanting to transition from a more processed foods diet to a whole foods diet. What we have noticed is that on days when there's tastings, the featured vegetable almost flies out of the cabinets.
I wonder if maybe there is enough food, that we have actually enough food for everybody. We just need to get it to everybody.
What goes around comes around, and I think we're all part of a larger community, and we need to figure out how to get food to everyone.
I really think that this program is going to grow, and it's going to be a model for other communities to provide to those families in need.